This is your source for local news in the Heartland. This is KTBO's Good Morning Heartland.
If you're confused when it comes to sunscreen and ingredients, you're not alone. From information about water-resistant sunscreens to SPF 50 to broad-spectrum protection. Dr. Llyod Cleaver, a board-certified dermatologist and an ATSU faculty member, is here this morning to separate fact from fiction. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Good. Even though summer is kind of winding down, we technically need to wear sunscreen pretty much all year round to protect our skin. Is that correct?
Exactly. Sunscreen, even in the middle of winter, in the cloudy day, you still have ultraviolet penetration, so you need to protect yourself year-round.
Okay, so my first question is, what is SPF? What does it stand for?
It stands for a sun protection factor, and it's a ratio of what's happened with the process of the amount of sun exposure you get with the sunscreen as opposed to the ones you get without. So an SPF of 2, for example, would give you twice as much time in the sun with the same amount of injury. So an SPF of 15 gives you much more protection, and the higher the number, the better.
Okay, and what is the difference between UVA and UVB? So like right here on this tanning lotion, it says UFB SPF 8, but then on the sunscreen, it says UVA 50. So what's the difference between the two?
Well, the number only deals with UVB. Okay. UVA is the new trend in FDA labeling. So all the sunscreens after January the 1st should say it's a UVA and a UVB blocker. Okay. UVA is important to block as well as UVB. UVB is the one that's going to cause most sunburn and probably most skin cancer, but we also know that UVA is active in causing skin cancer. Okay.
So is the higher the number better?
Higher the number is absolutely better.
Okay. And how often do you need to apply sunblock?
Well, it depends on the base that it's in. Some of the bases are water resistant. There's no such thing as a waterproof base. So if you're in the water and you have a water-resistant base, probably every couple of hours. If it's a spray, which many people enjoy sprays because of the convenience and ease of application, you probably need to apply it more often, every hour if you're going to be in intense sunshine. The other thing is the peak hours of sun exposure for UVB are between the hours of 11 and 2, so you want to avoid those or have other kinds of protection like clothing on.
Okay. So now my next question is when it comes to women and makeup and lotions and stuff, like my makeup here is SPF 10 and then I have some cream that says SPF 15. Now is this okay, or do we need to add extra application with a regular sunblock?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're just coming into the studio and leaving, then that's probably reasonable. But if you're going to be out for a long period of time, you need to add additional protection. The moisturizers that contain sunscreens are excellent products, but they don't have the higher numbers of SPF to get you the long-term protection that you need.
Okay, and when it comes, like we kind of touched base, when it comes to wintertime, is there a different type of sunscreen we need to wear, or is this regular stuff that we buy in the summertime good enough for year-round?
Well, we think of the wintertime as being a more drying time of the year, and it usually is, and so the more moisturizing components would be very helpful just in daily skincare. As far as UV protection, there's no difference in that, although the ones that are more moisturizing tend to stay on longer.
Okay, and do sunblocks and sunscreens or tanning lotions have any expiration date on them?
Well, they do, and it depends on where they've been stored. If they've been stored in the dash of a car out in the sun, they probably need to be replaced more frequently.
Okay, all right, well thank you so much for your time, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're going to go